Hello and welcome back to our fruit area where we grow our soft fruit. Now if you remember a couple of 3 videos back, we made a video called how to start a no dig bed, and this was one of the beds that wasn't no dig, where we've grown our soft fruit for many years, and decided this time that we now change this over to no dig. So it's been here a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I can't remember exactly how long now, but it's settled down nicely. I said you were going to be planting some new strawberries. Well, they have arrived, and today is the day that we're going to plant these strawberries. Now, I've had them soaking in a bucket, or not a bucket, but a tub of water, just to rehydrate the roots and bring them into, or trigger them out of their dormancy. Because when you buy bare root fruit, they're actually dormant. So by giving them a soak in some water for at least an hour, it's going to rehydrate them and trigger them back into growth. It's important when you plant strawberries that you can get the roots as spread out as possible. And they have quite a few roots, and you'll see when I now take one out. So I've marked the positions where I'm going to be planting them, and all I'm going to do is just move the compost mulch away to about the size that those roots are going to spread. So here is a bare rooted strawberry plant, and you can see it's got many roots, like a beard, and at the top is what they call the crown. And when you plant the strawberry plant, you want to leave the crown just above the surface, otherwise it's in danger of rotting and then it will die. So let's spread the roots out so we got a good even spread. We should lay that into our planting hole. And all we need to do is to push the mulch covering back, ensuring that the crown is above the surface, and then to give it a good firm in. There are new strawberries planted, 2 rows. Now, ideally, you want to leave about 3 feet between the rows. We haven't quite got that distance, but I think for what we want, we'll get away with this. We'll soon find out anyway. I need a path to walk down to be able to get to the raspberries and the blackberry at the end. So I've left just over a 2 foot width. So yeah, hopefully that's going to be okay. I don't want to have this space in the middle being unproductive. Now we've planted 2 types. We have on this side a variety called Cambridge, which is an old favourite and produces really lovely strawberries. And the row that's closest to me, this is a variety called Fenella. So the Cambridge are due to start their harvest sometime in May and will finish early to mid-June, and the Fenella should start their harvest towards the end of May all the way through to the end of June. So hopefully we get a successional harvest over a 2 to 3 month period. And you can't beat the taste of homegrown strawberries when they're picked when the sun has been on their back at the optimum time and you eat them. Honestly, you can't beat them. In that respect, they're a bit like peas. They very rarely make it back down to their house, because as you're out and about pottering around the garden at that time of the year, you feel like something to eat, just come straight to the strawberry patch and pick a nice fresh strawberry. which is still nice and warm, and it is so juicy. So I mentioned that our row width is just over 2 feet apart, but within the rows they are at the correct spacing, which is anywhere between 15 and 18 inches apart. Right, if you can get to the extremes of the planting space, the plant will be better. It will make a bigger plant, and I guess also for the airflow too, because you don't want the plants to go mouldy or the fruit to go mouldy. So if they've got plenty of air circulating through, then so much the better. But like I say, I do think these will be okay. So we need to water our strawberry plants in, and I shall probably come back in about a week's time or so to give them another good drink, because we want to wake them up from their dormancy and get them into growth as soon as possible. Now, when you're growing strawberries, what I tend to do is I will leave them like this, uncovered, until I can see plenty of flowers that are on the plant, because you want the pollinators to come in and to pollinate those flowers. But as soon as I see plenty of green fruits on the plant, then we shall put a hooped net over the top, because guess what? We're not the only ones that love nice red strawberries. So do the birds. So they will need some protection as they start to ripen. Otherwise, they'll get to them long before you do, because they're up at the crack of dawn, if not before. And of course, at the time of the year that these harvest, it's getting light at 4 and 5 in the morning. And they'll have had their meal from them long before you get up here. So don't forget to net them once you see plenty of green fruits on your plants. So I'm going to get the rest of these watered in. Hope that you've enjoyed today's video. We would love you to subscribe to our channel, if anything, to see what the result is with these strawberry plants, because as we go through the year we'll show you exactly what we do with them, how we net them, and what the harvest is like. And I, for one, am really looking forward to lovely fresh strawberries. We shall see you on the next video.